That'll be my cue then. Thanks, Ryan. So, thank you all. Appreciate you being here, being so well-behaved and quiet. We have an occasion, an honest-to-goodness, pretty special occasion, and his name is Mr. Lang. So why don't we start by saying thank you for being here, Mr. Lang. So it's not Scoutmaster Minute time, and yet I'm standing up the front saying things, so I guess I better do a little bit of explaining. Mr. Lang is leaving us, unfortunately.
Boo!
You know what? The only thing that makes that happy is when you look back at all this stuff that he has done, the memories, and I had the absolute ridiculous pleasure today of looking through some of the archive paperwork we have for 730. And when you hit the stuff around about late 90s, early 2000s, it is absolutely all about you and the crew that are at the back here. But, so I took a few notes, and I took myself a little bit of a trip down memory lane. And if it's okay, sorry?
I'll tell you the truth.
We're going to have to start with accurate in any way, because records. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Lang was involved in Trip 730 before photographs existed. It's really tough to get photographs, especially etchings on there. So, but for just now, I prepared a couple of things I wanted to say just about what I kind of looked back and managed to find out a little bit about it. So, Mr. Lang, according to the oracle that is Troop Web Post, 55 years in Scouting. Think about it, okay? 55 years in Scouting. That's a long time.
Older than Howard Beckford.
Older than...
Barely.
Yeah. So, Tuesday 7th, 1964. So it's Tuesday, July 7th. I think a month is really relevant. 1964. Okay? 1964 was a leap year. The Vietnam War was raging. The Beatles had just arrived in the USA for the first time. The space race was truly on. And Ford released a brand new car, the Ford Mustang, for the first time. The summer was hot. In Kansas City, Missouri, it just broke 90 degrees and was going to keep going up. A young Mr. Roderick Lang stepped forward to grasp for the first time his eagle pin. Can you tell us a little bit about what your enduring memories are of that period of time? Because I looked, and there's very few notes about what happened.
Okay, well, I was involved with a very active troop, almost on the scale of the Troop 730. So when I first bridged from Webelos to Boy Scouts, they were doing a fundraiser.
Step up, Rob. Come address your...
Okay, so when I bridged from Webelos to Boy Scouts, we were doing a fundraiser to raise money to go to the Seattle World's Fair in 1962. So this would have been like October 1961. And what we did is we sold Christmas cards, Christmas wrapping, fudge, and fruitcake. And we had to go door to door, no internet, no standing in front of Albertsons or anything like that. And we went door to door asking people, would you like to help support me in my trip to go to the Seattle World's Fair? We had to make a minimum number of sales and everything, so I qualified. And then we did other fundraisers. We did a spaghetti breakfast, a dinner. How about that? We did pancake breakfast. We did all kinds of stuff. So anyway, my first real enduring memory was going to the Seattle World's Fair. Now, I lived in Venice, California, down by Santa Monica, and our troop had an old Army surplus truck called a Deuce and a Half. Scoutmaster, assistant scoutmasters would be in the front. All us boys would be in the back. So it would be like chaos. It was like Lord of the Flies in the back of that truck. No seat belts, bench seats along the sides, and we'd be bouncing down the highway and everything like that. And we'd be hanging out in the back of the truck, going like that to the truck drivers so they'd honk the horns and everything like that. And we just had a blast.
Just imagine, okay, we're going to get a deuce and a half and throw everyone in the back of it down and see just how many logs we can break.
Yeah, you guys.
That sounds awesome!
You know, the United.
At least.
So that was my first enduring memory.
So they couldn't confiscate iPhones and video games from you. What was the kind of thing you could do that really annoy the Scoutmaster back then? Did you,
The same things that you guys do. Punching on each other, you know, getting each other in headlocks, goofing around. So that hasn't changed.
Not much, not much. Okay. So did you have a favorite outing?
Well, that one was pretty good. And another thing that they don't allow now, so we had Scoutmaster and 2 assistants, as I recall, let's say 24 kids. And we had to have the buddy system, but they basically turned us loose at the Seattle World's Fair.
Excellent.
Let's go. And then just show up here by this time to catch the monorail back to where we were staying.
Okay. There you go. See, scouting, liberating.
So my first backpack?
Go for it.
So my first backpacking expedition, our troop went to Tuolumne Meadows. You all know where that is in Yosemite. We hiked down, then we did Half Dome, and then we went down into the valley. So in those days, we didn't have these fancy, schmancy, you know, tacks with belts and pads and everything. We had a wooden frame pack. We had a piece of canvas. We wrapped all our gear up in canvas, and then we did a diamond hitch to hold the canvas onto the backpack frame, the wooden backpack frame.
That's boy scouting. Come on.
Yeah, that's like Baden Powell's camp, you know, camping and everything. We had canned hash, canned beans and franks, none of this dried food stuff. It was like cans, and we had to pack it and pack it up.
And it snowed, and we had to walk there uphill both
Oh, yeah, it
ways.
was terrible.
Terrible, terrible stuff. So it obviously made a big enough impression on you, so that when you made it over here to California, a few years go by, I guess 1989, as far as you can tell.
Yeah.
You set foot here, and by this point, Cameron's on the scene.
Well, actually, we moved out to Thousand Oaks area in 1977.
Oh, wow.
But I didn't become involved in Scouts till he joined Cub Scouts.
So that's it. I think you became a Cub in 1989, if the records are vaguely accurate. And it kind of lines up roughly there. And obviously you guys set off, had some pretty solid adventures.
Oh, yeah.
So which pack were you with? You know, and was this, you know, something, were you involved in it? Or was it Chris?
Yes, it was Pack 3753, the same one that the boys are in right now. So we kept that tradition as well. And I was on the committee. I think I was the treasurer for the committee and everything.
You did the whole thing. You just got in there real early and got
The whole 9 yards.
and then in 1993, you bridged over to.
He bridged.
You bridged over, sorry, wrong way. You bridged over to
I came with him.
730.
Yeah.
And then a few years later, about 1996, you became assistant scoutmaster, and then pretty swiftly after that stepped into the scoutmaster role, so which is really kind of epic.
So our first long term, Cameron and I, was probably about 96. What do you think, Cameron? We did the Mammoth Trails loop. So we went around Mammoth. I think it was close to a 50-miler, hitting all the lakes and everything. And he and I had a very interesting experience. We were kind of slow hikers, and we get to where our campsite is, and we have to cross a stream. So Cameron just goes right across. And of course, I slipped on a rock, went into the stream. And for those of you who know Barry Diddick is just looking at me, laughing. He goes, "You knucklehead," or words to that effect. So I had to down sleeping bag, had to open the sleeping bag up, let it dry, and everything like that. So that was the first long term.
That was the first long term, but I mean, you were, again, look at the record, you see very active, and Cameron eventually became senior patrol leader
Right.
at the time, in fact, towards the time you were scoutmaster as well.
Right. That's one of my most enduring memories is when he and I did Philmont together. So we were up on top of Baldy Mountain, year 2000. So that was great. That was a great father-son experience.
Yeah, so, and that's what I was going to ask, what your favorite outing of that period was. So is
Oh,
that
that's,
Philmont?
yeah, first time, because that was the first time the troop had been there in about 15 years. And I really campaigned to get, with Mr. Johnson's help, to get us there for 2000, because it's gonna be an epic year, right? That was the year the zombie apocalypse was gonna happen, and everything was gonna crash, so I wanted to get, and they had a cool special Philmont patch, this one. I think this is it. Is this the 2000 camera?
Yeah, with the red border.
The red border. So it's the Y2K Philmont patch.
Okay, so we should turn red because the computer broke.
Something like that. So a little bit of Philmont trivia, if I may digress.
Please.
So there's only been, I think it's 5 different Philmont patches than this one. So it's the 50th anniversary, it's this one, the 75th anniversary, the 100th anniversary of scouting. Maybe there's only 4. But anyway, they have different borders and different.
You were there for all of them, weren't
No.
you? I was there when it opened. So, I mean, and that, back at that point, I mean, obviously you were very active. You stepped into the Scoutmaster role of life. What was it about 7:30?
Oh, well, I mean, we totally embraced 7:30 when Cameron was a Weeblo looking at various troops. We wanted a troop to do a lot of backpacking, a lot of outings and everything. There's another troop in the area that at that time did a lot of biking, and we weren't interested in riding bikes and stuff like that. And so this one had the best philosophy, the youth-led component, where the boys take charge, the boys do stuff, and it's a real, crucible for leadership and growth and development. So that's why we picked 7:30. And so when I was asked to be Scoutmaster, I said, what? No, I said, yeah, I would do it. So
Cool. Well, it's an amazing line when you actually see who's around this time, all these names that are kind of stand out. Obviously, yours is going to stand out for a good solid number of years to go. But that wasn't, it wasn't like a Scoutmaster one and done head for the hills. You also had a couple of other roles, just 1 or 2. What was it? You were a committee chair straight afterwards, then committee member, unit commissioner, district commissioner, and of course, Philmont ambassador since 2014 kind of thing. So which of these do you think is the most important?
oh, definitely Scoutmaster.
Okay, which was the most enjoyable?
It had its moments. As any Mr. Stark would attest to, or where's Mr. Johnson, he would attest to it. Yeah, I mean, it's very rewarding. And I think the most rewarding thing is to see guys like Jack here, John, all these guys that have, started out as, these little squirrely kids running around playing in the dirt. You got, trail saver and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, there's this point where they start to turn into young men. They become fairly responsible. I mean, there's still blips on the horizon, but they become responsible. They embrace the leadership role, and they serve as mentors to the younger kids and everything. And that's really what the essence of scouting is all about. Developing these young guys and young men of character and goodwill and strong morals. And skills that you can take out, first aid, knot tying, all that kind of good stuff. And that's really what scouting's about.
Very cool. So, your time backpacking, obviously, you had a lot of fun. It's been a big impression on you. I met Cameron actually last week for the first time. He sat in on one of the new parent things and asked some really kind of good pointy questions. And it's like, something suspicious going on. It's like, actually, I equaled out with you a while ago. So it was really, really neat to meet you. And, it's really good that that you decided to carry on the traditions. I don't pretend you had a choice. Go with that. And, I'd say that obviously the family's moving to move back to Missouri, and if nothing else, you take with you a lot of the heart and traditions of 730, which means yourself and the rest of you, I'm sure, will make a huge impact when you get there. Whatever happens, don't give up scouting. It's something that'll make a big difference in your life, as you can see from your dad and your granddad. So I have just one last question, and then we'll let some other folks talk a little bit, which is actually comes from Mr. Valance. So in the last outing we were in, Mr. Valance asked everyone, we sat around the campfire because it was a little bit cold.
Yeah.
And he has a tradition of asking some really good questions. And one of the questions he asked was, what's your favorite roles? Number one, if you had to pick in all of scouting, what was your number one role? So we all kind of sat there and we kind of racked our brains and thought, I'm going to stall for you now, so give you a chance to think what it might be here. And if you can extend it, maybe you could throw in a bud for other budding scouts to think about what they might want to, your number one thing to learn. And if you really want to push the gray cells, a thorn out there that you think, you know what, this time was rough. So.
Oh wow, number one rose. Oh my gosh. It's tough to pin one thing down. I mean, the whole experience of working with these young guys and seeing them develop, that's really the rose. I mean, to see the character development and everything. And, I wish I could say, 100% of the guys that I've worked with and mentored and seen over the years, I wish 100% of them got Eagle, because it's a great achievement for a young man to reach that goal in life. And there's others that, they, for whatever reason, they said, well, I'm not going to make it, or I'm not going to do it, or I'm not interested, or my girlfriend is giving me, a hard time about going to meetings, that kind of stuff. That's a little frustrating. I guess it's not quite a fun. So my bud would be to, encourage all of you guys to work for the Eagle. But you know what? Have fun. That's the most important thing. Have fun doing what you're doing. Enjoy the program. If you get the first class, and that's all you do in life, well, that's great, because Baden Powell said, first class is the ultimate rank for any scout. So if you get to that rank, you're having fun, you're doing the outings, do the outings, because that's really the essence of what the 730 is about, and scouting and everything like that. So that's my bud to all you. Thorn. There was a gentleman that was with me, Howard will know this, on the 2015 Philmont Trek. Oh, Larry will know also who I'm talking about. That's my thorn. I will not name names in public.
Okay, so I believe Mr. Johnson, wherever you are.
Oh, Mr. Johnson!
Memories of the Eagle.
So for those of you who don't know me, Mark Johnson. I became Scoutmaster of this troop right after this gentleman stepped down. So I've been following or nipping at his heels for probably 20 plus years during my scouting career. I think it was my first outing right after he passed the torch to me. We were down the road at Point Magoo. Kid was, the scouts were just tossing a football, seemingly mundane, not a problem. The next thing I know, one of the kids come over and he's got his tooth in his hand. As I, it just changed over, I look over to Rod like I was accustomed to doing. What next? And he says, you're in charge now. Reassured by the knowledge that if I screwed it up really bad, he'd slap me on the backside of the head and straighten me out. I proceeded to do what we needed to do. Luckily, we were close to home, able to unite the scout, his tooth, with the dentist, and got it put back in his face. Still in his mouth to this day, as far as I know. More recently, talk about following Rod around. Followed him as Scoutmaster. Recently, I followed him as District Commissioner. He stepped down, and the next thing I knew, he was inadvertently taking on the position of Council Commissioner. Something I don't think I'm following his lead on, at least not at this moment in time. Of the over 1,000 miles of backpacking I've done with this troop, much of it was done with Rod. Many of you have heard the legends associated with the infamous training hike Sheep Camp up the backside of Mount Pinos. And I too, back early in my scouting career, had heard those rumors and those stories. My first time up, I still remember, just to give you an idea of the steepness and the grade of the big hill that we went up over that they'd all told me about. I remember staring at his well-honed calves as he went up and thinking I was doing great when I reached to the top of that thing. I got up there and I looked over, and Rod in particular said, "That was it? That was the big hill?" And they said, "Oh yeah, that was it, yeah." And they kept us up all the way through Lily Meadows until we finally hit the real big hill. And as many of you know, when you backpack, you sometimes you pace yourself, you expend your energy in measured amounts. I was spent when I hit that thing. They hurt me. I made it up to the top, had a good time, and gained some insights into the sense of humor of the adults I was hiking with and Rod. He mentioned already 2000, we did a Philmont trek. Troop sent 2 crews. Rod and I went with our sons. It's a great experience. We're all forever changed by that experience. We gained a good deal of knowledge and learned some scout traditions that we brought back to the troop. Some of them pilot to co-pilot. Summiting Baldy Mountain. Those are some traditions that I'll let you talk to Rod about more. I want to ask him later. I believe it was 2010, my second Philmont experience, trek. I was a crew leader and Rod was in my crew. And this time we decided to take a trek that went straight down almost from the Tooth of Time. Very steep grade, ridiculous number of switchbacks. We walked back and forth staring at each other and waving for 2 hours maybe?
2 hours, yeah.
But being the adult leader and being that we were late for lunch, I was riding the scout leader a little bit to step it up to go, to keep on going back and forth, to cut the brakes. I didn't want to miss lunch in the mess hall. I was told we got peanut butter and jelly if we missed it. As a trek leader, you try to read the folks in your crew, but I got a feeling in retrospect, I wasn't reading Rod exactly right. I think he might have had some kind of foot issue or cramp or something.
Oh, my boot falling.
His boot fell apart. We heard him. We heard him going down that thing. I know he did. He disappeared right after lunch. I'm sure he was kicked back in his bunk. He never complained the whole time. He never heard a word of it. One year we were doing our semi-annual whitewater rafting outing up at the Kern River. And as those outings typically go, we got up there Friday night, pitched camp. Long-termers did a training hike on Saturday while the younger scouts stuck around the lake, as it were, and enjoyed their day. We got back and commenced to have a typical campfire. We're all sitting around getting situated, ready for the campfire, and Rod had brought his sling light to sit in, a camp chair, a lightweight camp chair that we all, many of us have. And when he leaned back on the thing, it's a tripod configuration. When he leaned back on the thing, the back leg that keeps it up kicked out or fell in a crack or something, but he went backwards. It's real slow, but on the way down, he clipped a sharp edge of a metal barbecue and split open his head. And if any of you guys have seen head injuries, he was bleeding profusely. There was blood going everywhere. He seemed to be doing fine, but he was just messy. And I'm sure he didn't know or have any idea that the sanitary gauze that we were using to slow down all that bleeding were actually replacement toilet rolls we found in the nearby porta potty. By the time, I guess it was Rob Colhat who was working on you.
Yeah.
He got the bleeding under control, and so we took Rod, threw him in the car, and I was charged with finding the hospital up in the Kern area. Yeah, I had no idea. I followed the blue signs, and I got there. I think with your help, you were conscious.
Oh yeah, I was conscious. I knew where the hospital was because I'd been up there a couple of times talking to the administration about doing the contract. And as it turned out, I had 11 staples put across up here to close the wound. And so I couldn't do the white water stuff the next day because they said, well, the water's too dirty. I go, what? I can't. So I missed that.
But
And then I called home.
yeah, we were all sorry that you missed it. I was particularly glad that you stuck around because at the end of the day, he was my ride home. Let's see, what else did I bring with me? I still can't get over the idea of 11 staples with a staple gun in your skull. I didn't realize they did that. Stitches until I went there. More recently, Rod and I and Mr. McConnell back there have been on the council, or attended the council's annual shooting event. Rod, we need you to come back for that because you're a really good shot, and some of us need the help to lift our scores up as a team. So if you could come back and see us in the fall, that would be wonderful.
I'll do my best.
So anyway, those are just some of the notable experiences that I can remember when I sat down the other night and came up with my list. Over the years, there have been many others.
Oh, yeah.
I will miss you, Rod. I miss your presence in scouting and in the community. And if I could ask everyone to join me in a round of applause as we bid farewell to a good friend, a stalwart supporter of our troop, and scouting, Rod Lang.
Thank you.